The Boston Bruins seem ready to go for their first game of the second round matchup against the Florida Panthers. And we're going to need everybody to pick up right where they left off at the end of Game 7 after that overtime goal from David Pastrnak in the Toronto Maple Leafs series. But we've noticed some pretty significant changes to this lineup here tonight ahead of the game. Now, it's not finalized, but this is trending to be what we may see tonight, as well as we're going to be talking about what the biggest reason, how this is going to be a big win for the Boston Bruins here in this series and what they're going to need to do to get this win, as well as did the Florida Panthers know they were going to play the Boston Bruins, with a quote from Matthew Tkachuk. I'm going to be talking about all of that here in this video. Before we do, though, we notice that 78% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button. Join me here as we cover this team in a very, very big round against this Florida Panthers team, and I'm expecting to see this team come out firing tonight. But like I said, let's get right into it. And I want to start this one off with the Bruins' biggest requirement to beat the Florida Panthers. Now, I'm sure many of you know what this is going to be, who this may be, and, you'll be right. It's going to be the goaltending. This comes out from, I believe it's Boston.com, their sports page, and saying if the Bruins have any shot of outlasting Florida in this series, they're going to need elite goaltending to steal games night in and night out. Thankfully, the Bruins currently boast the top netminder so far this Stanley Cup playoffs in Jeremy Swayman, who all but willed Boston to a first-round victory over Toronto. Swayman was stellar in Boston series against the Maple Leafs, posting a 4-2 record with a .950 save percentage, and that is an incredible save percentage. For those who don't know super goaltending statistics, but that is an absolutely insane save percentage. Now, like this article said, this Boston Bruins team has two goalies that can absolutely steal a series from some of the best teams in the NHL, and that's what they're going to need to do. Whether it's tonight, whether it's a Game 7, whether it's a Game 3, it don't matter. The goaltending always has to be on par, and we cannot make a mistake like this team, like Jim Montgomery did last year against the Florida Panthers. And as of tonight, from what we see, what we're seeing right now and what's trending towards the final lineup, Jeremy Swayman looks like he's going to be the starter for this game as well in Game 1. This comes from Shukri writes, I do apologize if I said his name wrong. He says, why mess with the goalie rotation, or the goalie who was clearly on a roll? Leave it be and ride out Swayman for the time being. I agree. Right now, I think that's the opportunity. Like I said, and I believe it was last video, he was going through the process with the team physicians and everything, and just having a rest day, and he was the one saying if he was good to go or not. And so what we've seen looks like Jeremy Swayman has said to the doctors, the medical staff, yep, I'm ready to go, I'm fine, I'm rested up, and let's go out here and get a big win in Game 1. So if that is the case, absolutely perfect. But I still think that Linus Ullmark is going to have to get in here at some point to, not overwork Jeremy Swayman. Right now in this game, I believe is going to be tied for his career high in consecutive starts. So that right there in a playoff scenario can definitely start to, feel the body getting a bit tired and worn down. So perfect opportunity for Ullmark to come here at any point. And what worked last time in the last series may not work here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it from Game 1 and 2, as we did for the Maple Leaf series, and really just evaluate from there, because I think that really is the best option for this team right now, knowing that they have two incredibly reliable goalies, two goalies that they know are absolutely elite and some of the top in the NHL. So either way, I'm very pleased with what we're going to see here tonight. But also in that, we have a pretty big change in tonight's lineup, and I will show you those here and talk about them. We have a few, as well as the goaltending situation. We still just don't know right now what it is for sure, but trending towards Jeremy Swayman. So I will, kind of throw that in the lineup here. But from the lineup in the AM practice lines from Fluto Shinzawa, you may see a fourth line center in Patrick Brown, who is on this fourth line, looking to be in the game tonight. Still not confirmed, but they called him up this evening, or this afternoon, and he is on track to play. So a pretty interesting move there to put Patrick Brown in this lineup. A player who I believe only has 121 NHL games played, but this is going to be a great opportunity for him to show what he's made of, prove this team wrong for not having him up in the regular season, and, really coming off a hot AHL last few games. I believe he had 7 goals in his last 20 in Providence, so really on a bit of a hot streak, and that's exactly what the Bruins could use right now on the forward side of things. And this is what the I'll get to that later, you've probably seen that there, but This is what I have here about Patrick Brown. He's on being recalled from the Providence Bruins. You just got to stay ready. I've been watching the games on TV. You get more anxious watching than playing. I've been following, just excited to be here. And that's the right mentality to go through. You got to be ready at all times. You got to stay ready, be in the lineup. You're going to be good to go. Let the nerves go behind you and wait, and let the nerves stay on the couch while you're watching those games. But I'm very excited to see what Patrick Brown can do. I know there wasn't too many people that were a fan of this move. A lot of people were concerned that, he's a 31-year-old in the AHL, and but I think it's going to be an okay move. He's been going hot lately in the AHL, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him right now to see what's going on. A lot of people wanted Jacob Lauko in, but I think you got to give this a try here in the first round. He's also a very big body for the Florida Panthers to add in this lineup against the Florida Panthers, who are also a very, very big team. But now you also probably notice on these lines here that we're missing a guy named Brandon Carlo, and that is not due to injury, thankfully. It's due to his wife having their son. And congratulations to Brandon Carlo. This is from the Boston Bruins and his wife, Mason, on welcoming a baby boy Crew earlier this morning. Coach Montgomery says that the team is very hopeful that Brandon Carlo can make it to Florida in time for tonight's game. So, once again, another situation where we don't know if this is going to be the exact lineup. Like I said there, Carlo may be back into this lineup if he can get to Florida on time. If not, it looks like we're going to be rocking with Derek Forbort on this third line here, which is going to be an interesting one. Derek Forbort hasn't played in a long time. I very much hope that Brandon Carlo can get back in to make these lines what we had seen in Game 7. I think that would be the best case scenario for this team. Move Shattenkirk back over to the left side. But either way, I'm feeling pretty confident. This team coming off of Game 7, a very, very big win. They're riding a high right now. So this is exactly what they need to do. Continue what they were doing. Go into that same mindset. And picture this as a Game 8. And, it would follow the schedule of a Game 8 if the series could go that long. So continue this. Focus on your new opponent. But continue it as just it's another normal game. And keep that, that energy level up and the anticipation for wanting to win. But we have one final topic here, and this is a pretty interesting one. Did the Panthers know they were going to play the Bruins? And this kind of seems like a bit of a rhetorical question, but Matthew Tkachuk had a pretty interesting interview after the Maple Leafs lost in Game 7, saying, without this coming out too badly, I think we all knew it was probably going to be Boston. The way that series was going, I think throughout the whole series, we probably expected they were going to come out and win one way or another. So did this continue through the locker room of the Florida Panthers? Did they really practice in these off days for the Boston Bruins? Did they focus on their game plan more so than the Maple Leafs? But, it's going to be interesting to see what the Florida Panthers do come out like tonight. I have in mind that they didn't just practice for a Bruins type scenario. You definitely can't do that in the NHL and risk it, because we know anything was possible, and we've seen the Maple Leafs come back. But if this is the case, the Florida Panthers might be a bit more ready for the Boston Bruins than we expected. But once again, this team is definitely playing much better than they had in the middle of this Toronto series. Excuse me. So it's going to be definitely a different series, but a very exciting one nonetheless. And I'm very excited to see what this team can do. Come out like in Game 1, and we just have to go from here. There's nothing we can do at this point. We have to sit and watch and hopefully see a big win from the boys tonight, and just a high energy level. That's really what I want to see at the beginning of this game. Don't start slow. Come out here and get the feet going and start this one hot off early with a pretty quick goal. That'd be nice. We know that Sergei Bobrovsky wasn't the best this season against the Boston Bruins, but the playoffs is a whole new year. You have to picture it that way and wipe those statistics off the board. So very big game tonight. I will be back either later tonight or tomorrow with a post game, potentially a live stream too. I'm just not sure right now, but either way, let's tune in for tonight's game. Let's get ready to go and let's cheer on the boys. But like I said, that's all I got here in this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to give the video a like. Hit the sub button as well if you do want to stay up to date with all of the Boston Bruins news throughout this series, throughout the playoffs. Hopefully what could be throughout a very, very extended playoffs from what we're seeing now. But like I said, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.